Okay, so today we're going to talk about adding and subtracting radicals. So when you add and subtract radicals, the roots must match. Okay, so what that means is if you have the number on the shelf and the number underneath must be the same. Okay, so here's the idea behind it. If we have 3x and 5x, these guys are like terms. I have this 3x stands for 3 and, oh, not 3, sorry. This 3x stands for x and x and x, and this 5x stands for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so the coefficient in front is a shortcut. It's abbreviation telling you how many you have. You have 3 x's and we have 5 more x's. So these guys are like terms because they're all x's. So altogether, we have 8 x's. Likewise, if you have y's, if you have 2y and 5y and an x, well, you can combine your like terms, your y's. So 2 and 5 make 7y. But you can't combine your x with your y, so you leave it be. Okay, the same thing happens with your radicals. You can only combine your roots if you have the same number on the shelf and the same number underneath. So like this guy right here, we have a 3 sitting on our shelf, which is great, but I have a 108 and I have a 4. So we're going to see if we can change this 108 to be a 4. If it's a tiny number like 4, I can't take a cube root of 4, so it's the smallest that it can go. So you want to reduce if you can reduce, or at least try to reduce. Because this is saying I have 3 root 4s and I have negative 3 root 108s. Okay, so think about this section of your term as the variable. And we want our variables to match to combine them, or we don't have like terms. So 108. Let's divide. And let's start with 2, because 2, it's an even number, so we're going to just try the smallest even number we can think of. So 108 divided by 2 is 54. Sorry, I'm right-handed. So 54 divided by 2 is 27. And then I know that 3, 3, and 3 make up 27. Okay, so when I'm taking my cube root, I want 3 of the same exact number, so I have 3 3's. Remember, one number goes out of your root and the other 2 go away. Then we also have these 2 2's left over because there's not 3 of them, we can't take them out. So also remember, when you take out the number, if you have a leading coefficient, they need to be multiplied. So I already have a negative 3 here, so he's going to stay. And we're going to multiply that by the number that comes out, which is 3. And then underneath my cube root, I have my 2 and my 2, which make 4, because 2 times 2 is 4. And then I also have my 3 cube root of 4. So now my roots match 100%. I have the same number on the shelf and the same number under my root sign. Okay, so I'm going to multiply. Negative 3 times 3 is negative 9, and this is the cube root of 4. And I have 3 cube root of 4. If I have negative 9 of them and 3 of them, I have negative 6 cube roots 4. So this is how you do these problems. And then there's a bunch of different ones. So let's look at number 2. On number 2, it looks like my roots are the same. I have the 4th root of 243. You can either simplify this now, or you can combine and then simplify. It really doesn't matter. I am going to combine and then simplify. So if I have negative 1 minus 3 is negative 4, and then I have the 4th root of 243. So the first thing we should do is see if we can get a 4th root of 243. So 4 second x on my shelf, so that my 4 sits on my shelf, and then 243. Well, I get a decimal, so that's not going to work. So let's make a factor tree, 243. So we're going to divide by 2. Oh, that doesn't work. 243 divided by 3. There we go. So 3 and 81. And 81 is 9 and 9, which is 3 and 3 and 3 and 3. Okay, since this is a fourth root, I'm looking for groups of 4. So I have 4 3s here. One of them is going to come out of my root and the rest go away. Then I have this lone guy left over, my leaf, that doesn't have a partner. So he's going to go, or I guess 3 partners. He's going to stay underneath the root. He gets stuck there. My 4 is already in front, and when you take out your number, you multiply. So it's -4 times 3. Okay, so now we just have to simplify these guys in front, your coefficients. So -4 times 3 is -12, and then I still have my 4th root with my 3 stuck underneath. Okay, so you have to make sure that you simplify. Let's see, what else? Oh, some of these you can actually use a calculator for, like the smaller roots, which is totally fine, but you can't for all of them. Usually with the square roots, it's okay. Let me show you how to type it in your calculator. You want to make sure you use parentheses. So I have parentheses, -3, second root 3, get out of there, and parentheses 3, second root 18, and then minus 2, second root or square root of 3. Okay, look, it did it for me. So now I can just write that down. Isn't that fancy? It combined my like terms. And it simplified my radicals. So that's fantastic. Okay, we're going to do one more example on number 14. So we have lots of different roots with different numbers on our shelves. And they're all different underneath. But we're going to see if we can get any of them to match. So we're going to factor tree 20. So 2 and 10 and 5 and 2. So I have a pair of 2's. And since 20 is a square root, one is going to go out and the other one goes away. So one goes away and the other comes out. So we still keep our negative square root of 5 minus our 2 sixth root of 3. And then here, remember, when it comes out, we're going to multiply. So plus 2 times 2. And what's left in our root is this 5. And then we're going to look at 192. So I'm going to move it over here. Okay, 192. So we're going to divide that. Let's see if 4 goes in there. Oh yeah, great. Okay, so 192, 4 and 48. 4 is 2 and 2. 48 divided by 8 is 6 and 8. 6 is 3 and 2. 8 is 2 and 4. And 4 is 2 and 2. So pretty crazy tree. So I've got a 2 as a leaf, another 2, and then I have this 2, a 2, a 3, a 2, and a 2. Sorry. Come here, baby. Okay, so then we're going to see on this one, though, I need 6 of them. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 6 2's. So I'm going to take one of them out, and then underneath here I have a 3 left over. Okay, so then we multiply our coefficients. So I have negative root of 5, and then I still have my minus 2 and the 6 on the shelf with the 3. 2 times 2 is 4 root 5, and negative 3 times 2 is negative 6. 6th root of 3. And then here, if you notice, look, we've got some like terms. We have a 5th root and a 5th root, or a square root of 5 and a square root of 5, sorry. If I have one, negative 1, and then I add 4 to it, that gives me 3 square roots of 5's. And then I have the 6th root and the 6th root, both with the 3 underneath. So negative 2 minus 6 is negative 8, 6 on the shelf, and 3. So here's my simplified answer. I can't get any more simplified than that. Again, definitely check your work. Even if it doesn't all work to type it in, I would type this in and then check your answer and type that in because the decimals will match. Okay, let me know if you have any more questions. Bye, guys.